Alright, I've had a couple days to cool down and collect my thoughts, and now I would like to explain where I think the WWE is taking the women's division with their women's championship match at WrestleMania this year. And I just think where I'm pretty sure they're taking it is a horrible direction. And I'm gonna say it now, I don't see Becky Lynch walking out of Mania as the champion, or even the unified champion, because people online have told me that they're going to do it so that they had Charlotte take the belt off of Asuka so they could unify the titles at Mania. And I can only see that happening one way. And I'm sorry to say for the majority of the fans, but it's not going to be Becky Lynch walking out of Mania as the champion, whether it be for 1 or 2 bouts. And that's because if you go back a couple months, back to the Rumble, you'll see that the WWE was, placing the stepping stones for Charlotte to win at WrestleMania. And now it seems that they are going to give her both titles. And what I mean is, who was it who fought Asuka for the championship at Mania? It was Becky Lynch. What happened? She tapped out to Asuka, the proverbial number 2 of the women's division, under Charlotte. What submission move does Charlotte use? The figure 8. And what does that focus on? The legs. Becky suffered a leg injury in the Royal Rumble match. There was no point to it because it was just a storyline injury. They are building Becky up to submit to the figure 8 from Charlotte. And if you want more proof, look at who Becky tapped out to: Asuka, who just tapped out to Charlotte for the 2nd time in a championship match. So, the way I see it, if they are doing a unification match at WrestleMania, it's just so Charlotte can get both belts. Because there's no way, given the booking and the storyline they've done, that Becky is going to beat Charlotte. And Wanda is leaving. Oh, she's apparently leaving. And if that's true, then they're going to take the belt off her and give it to someone they believe can really lead the division. And in their eyes, that always was Charlotte. Now, the only way I can see Becky winning is if it is for just 1 title. Because now, the WWE has covered all their tracks. Wanda's leaving for an unknown amount of time. They don't have to worry about her as long as they get the title off of her, which they're going to. Wanda's not walking out of Mania with the championship. If they do go with Becky Lynch, then she's going to walk out as the Raw Women's Champion, and, the fans are going to be happy for her. She's going to be happy about it too. But then the only reason they took the belt off of Asuka and gave it to Charlotte was so they could say, yeah, congratulations, Becky Lynch, she won. She did it. Fans, aren't you happy? We're happy too, because Becky Lynch, but look, Charlotte's a champion too. She still walked out of WrestleMania champion. That's where I believe they're taking it. Okay, either Becky wins 1 title, or Charlotte wins everything. I don't see a 3rd option here. I believe they're doing it for flair. They're doing it for the flares. Everything they're doing with the women's division is to make Charlotte look good because she's a flair. It doesn't matter if unifying the title is a matter important enough for Mania. the only way it's gonna happen is if someone they believe is important enough for such an important occasion manages to pull it off. And of course that's gonna be Charlotte. Now, I hope that's not really go. I want somebody else other than Charlotte to take something away from this whole mess that, quote unquote mess, that the fans believe the WWE has gotten themselves into. Okay, Becky, she has the momentum, at least from the fans. Storyline wise, that might be a different story, but at least from a fan's perspective, she has the momentum. You can still make something really great out of her if you give her one of the championships at Mania. Okay, Charlotte already has a championship. She doesn't need to. She doesn't have to run both divisions. And it sucks because, yes, I really do mean it. Somebody needs to take something away from this all other than Charlotte. What about all the other women? Especially Asuka. Asuka gets nothing out of this. She's probably just got demoted to the pre-show and the Women's Battle Royale, along with just about everybody else. I think those, other than the women's tag team match, the only important women's match this year is the women's triple threat. Everyone else has been deemed unworthy to be important, and now they're in the Battle Royale. They're not getting the chances and the spots they deserve because the WWE is giving it all to Charlotte. And it scares me because, like I said in my last video, if something bad, God forbid, happens to Charlotte, then where does the WWE go from there? So yes, I don't like it. And it almost sickens me for these words to come out of my mouth. But my pick for who's going to win the Women's Championship, if not both of them, at WrestleMania, is Charlotte Flair. I really want to be wrong about this. I really hope the WWE will have a change of heart and change their minds about a lot of people, especially in the women's division. With that being said, I want to end on a positive note. So, I'm very happy with some of the things they're doing. I'm so happy with what they did with the Usos and the New Day on SmackDown. They are really building up to Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan. They are really trying to make this a feel-good moment. At least that's what it seems. And it's not just that. There's other reasons to be excited. Even if they seem like minor reasons, they are reasons to be excited. I'm excited for The Miz versus Shane McMahon. I'm so glad The Miz is a babyface because he's always been one of my favorites since I started watching. And I think he deserves something other than just another useless IC title reign. But it's Mania season. I am excited. I can't wait for next Sunday. And I hope somehow the WWE can figure out a way to make everyone seem important.